Panasonic Toyota Racing is well prepared for one of the most exciting races of the 2008 season. Formula One's first ever night race at the inaugural Singapore Grand Prix. The venue is the brand new Marina Bay Street Circuit. It's a twisting 5-kilometer long street track, and it's already been compared to another famous F1 venue, Monaco.
It can definitely be the Monaco of the East because of this character of street circuit, but it could be as well the Nürburgring of the East because we are talking about 24 corners. So it's something which starts to look like the old Nürburgring.
Apart from the corners, the most distinctive feature of the Singapore Grand Prix will of course be that it's a night race, with the race start scheduled for 8 p.m. local time. Panasonic Toyota Racing already has experience of night driving. Timo Glock demonstrated a TF108 after dark in Valencia for a promotional film earlier this year. So what are the expectations for the race?
Actually, we have looked at different things, and we do have some people in the team having experience with racing cars at night, from prototype championships, from our own experience in Le Mans, and from kart racing, where actually night races are happening. And with the lighting system that we are expect on the circuit, we don't really think that we have to be doing too many preparational work. We are still looking at a pit board, for example, which is visible at night. We have been thinking about different helps for the mechanics, but ultimately the level of information that we have today about the lighting system, I think you really can expect pretty much daylight conditions on the track.
What they tried already is just to get it as light as possible, like daylight, and I think that looks quite positive at the moment, but at the end it's a night race, so it will be not in every corner really daylight, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it's at the end it's a good show, and that's important.
Singapore's lighting system has been provided by an Italian company, and it's a vast logistical setup with more than 100 kilometers of cable and 4 times the lighting levels of a regular sports stadium. The light is projected to minimize glare and reflections from wet surfaces, and for good reason. September evenings in Singapore can be wet.
The key issue is at that time of year, you obviously have the possibility of rain exactly at that time in the evening, because that is the time that your rain will come following a hot and humid day. So there's a lot of issues there. Driving at night under artificial light with rain obviously is something that is even beyond what we're looking at the moment as a problem.
Quite apart from rain, nighttime racing is likely to bring significantly lower temperatures.
I think, however, for us the biggest challenge will be the temperature. That the surface temperature of the track will be very low, and normally Grand Prix tyres work very well in higher temperatures. And of course, at that time of year there's a high probability of rain. So we will face difficulty with temperature, made worse probably by very, very heavy rain. And of course night is a challenge, but we're a team that's come from Le Mans, and we should be able to handle that quite easily.
So Singapore brings uncertainty in terms of weather and track temperatures, but it's easier to predict some of the circuit's more dramatic landmarks. Turn 6 is full throttle and 300 kilometers per hour, and it's claimed to be the fastest corner ever seen on any street circuit. Old and new architecture provides a stunning backdrop on St Andrews Road, soon followed by the classic Anderson Bridge over the Singapore River. And finally, just before the start-finish straight, the drivers flash past the Singapore Flyer. There's a lot to look forward to.
I've seen the plans, and you know, the circuit, the Grand Prix looks amazing so far. Even if before we can get a real idea, I would like to drive on the circuit the first time, or anyway to see the first time the circuit laid down, to understand especially the safety, the corners, the speeds, and then you get a better idea about the setup and the kind of downforce we're going to run.
Panasonic Toyota Racing welcomes the challenges of the Singapore Grand Prix as yet another opportunity to fight for the podium.